Hey everybody, we are the Vidiots.
Yeah.
It has been long.
Too long. Well, this isn't even our normal thing.
It's not our normal
This
thing.
is not a playthrough.
No.
Or whatever they're called.
This is a podcast. We're
Yeah.
now going to be doing podcasts. So this should be fun, and hopefully we can be more consistent on this than we were with actual
I got Donkey Kong to finish.
games, because...
Donkey Kong.
Yes. We'll get there. We'll get there. But hopefully we can be more consistent here with this, because that would be fantastic. Anyway, welcome to our first podcast. We are the Vidiots, as I already said. It is me, Sean, along with my brother.
Me, Chris.
Morgan's not here with us. For the most part, it's just going to be Chris and I. Every now and then, Morgan can come on as a special guest. And maybe a few others down the line. That'd be awesome. So I guess just to start off, what have you been up to this week, Chris?
Well, why don't we explain what this is? What we're doing on here?
It's a podcast.
What are we talking about?
Anything and everything.
Yeah, we're talking about things that we like. But we're not necessarily experts on anything that we're talking about. We're just talking about things that we enjoy and what we thought of them.
Right.
Movies, TV shows, games.
Just the world, or whatever.
Probably the main three.
Yeah. But it could just be anything and everything, so yeah, I guess...
Yeah.
Just to start off, what have you been up to this week, Chris?
This week?
Yeah.
Well, the job thing.
Okay.
That's the big news.
You don't have to go into, detail.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Personal lives? Is this the
what have you been up to in, either, movies or gaming?
Well,
what have you been playing? What have you been seeing,
I thought
watching?
that was a separate section.
No.
Oh, we're starting with that right away? I thought we were doing...
This is just, saying, what we've been up to, not necessarily reviewing anything.
I thought we were reviewing everything that we were doing.
No.
Oh.
This is just
That's what I was.
This is just an introduction. What have you been up to?
This past week, I watched the whole Luke Cage series on Netflix.
There you go.
I thought I was going to do a review of it.
You will. At your comic.
Oh, okay. Point. So we're just doing an overview and then.
Yeah. This is just a simple, what have you been up to?
Okay. Luke Cage has been the most of my time.
So no games or anything?
No, I haven't played a game since Mario 64.
Jeez. Okay.
No, it's been Luke Cage.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Simple enough.
This week, yeah. I mean, last week I had a couple of things from last week. Oh, and Temple of the Dog album, 25th anniversary came out. That's in my car currently.
There you go, listening to
the second day. We'll get into that later, I guess.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I've been doing.
Okay, as far as I've been doing, it's just work as always. Obviously with baby and everything, got that. But I have been playing some games. I recently acquired a GameCube Action Replay, so I've been playing some old GameCube games and seeing what I can break and just have some fun with that. I've also been still slowly chipping away at Hyrule Warriors Legends, getting level 3 weapons and all that fun stuff. But then today, which I'll get into this a little later maybe, I recently acquired Paper Mario Color Splash, and I'll give you a little preview on...
Did that come out today?
That came out today. A
Friday.
Preview on what my thoughts were on just the first, 3 levels I think we played through?
You did. I didn't play
through. You watched. But, yeah, so there's that. Other than that, I've been looking forward to starting this podcast, so guess we'll see where it goes from there. Pretty much.
Yeah, who knows?
So, as far as news goes, we'll just go straight to the news next. Wow, yeah. So, some stuff on gaming that I've seen you can obviously add to this is that Nintendo is releasing a classic Famicom over in Japan. And they actually have different games than us. Yeah, it's a different game list. For some odd reason, they actually don't have the original Mario 2, the Lost Levels, but they have Mario USA. We have...
Which is the same.
No, it's not. Mario USA is the Mario 2 with the vegetables. Lost Levels is not. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're
so it's
right.
kind of
Mario
weird that
2,
Japan
Mario
doesn't get
2
Lost Levels.
Japan does not have Mario 2. Their Mario 2, which is Lost Levels.
Yeah.
Does the US one have it?
I'm pretty sure it does.
I don't think it does.
Are you sure? This is why we have the internet.
I have a feeling Lost Levels was not on that list.
I don't know. I think it was. But we'll see. So what is your thoughts on this Famicom? The fact that they're doing a Famicom Classic Mini.
I don't.
Are you going to get the Classic Mini?
No.
No? What if
I think it's a great idea. It's a great idea. But I don't need any of those games. I have them on the Wii U. All the ones I want.
Excuse me. Way to do it.
But if they do a SNES, I'll definitely get that. But I'll tell you what the problem is. They should allow you to add to the hard drive. Yeah. Download Virtual Console games. That is dumb. Yeah. In my opinion.
All right. Here's a list of.
This is the regular one.
What?
Oh, is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, looking at the mini.
Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, it's very mini.
All right, go.
Apparently, the cable to this is only like 3 feet long. The cable to the.
So what?
The cord, which is weird, and the fact that there's no cartridge slot, I think that's a missed opportunity. Anyway, what we get is Balloon Fight. I'm not gonna go through all these.
Oh my gosh.
We get the original Mario Brothers. We got Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3. Okay, so
that's what I thought. There's no Lost Levels.
Lost Levels.
Because it wasn't we didn't get that until Mario All Stars.
Well, it was originated in Japan first.
That's why Japan's getting it, and not us. Yeah,
basically, I guess. I don't know.
But what was the other differences on Japan?
I think it's just a few different games. Like they don't have that Techno Bowl or something like that. They don't have that. It's just a few gaming differences, but they, for the most part, I think they still have some of the key ones like Mario, Zelda, Punch-Out, and Punch-Out might be a little different because of characters or whatever, but yeah. Another gaming news is that obviously Color Splash, Mario Party, Paper Mario
Party.
No, that doesn't come out until next year. Paper Mario Color Splash released today. Just a quick overview that I've had playing through the first 3 levels. That it's fun. It looks pretty. The music's nice. But so far, it's definitely Sticker Star 2, which sucks. But at the same time, it also has improved from what I can tell. You actually have some type of experience points, whereas Sticker Star did not. So battles actually feel worth it. And the writing has been a lot better. I will give it that. I have been enjoying the writing. Chris, do you have anything to say on Color Splash? No. He's not a big fan.
I don't have anything to say.
He's not.
As far as Super Paper Mario was the only one I played.
Yeah, and you
regret
it.
Tedious,
you regret
tedious game. Oh my goodness.
I enjoyed it.
I like the concept. That's why I got it. It's not an RPG, too.
Well, it is. It's just an action RPG.
Right.
Like Kingdom Hearts.
It's not turn-based.
No, it's not. Which is what Paper Mario is known for. Well, at least the good ones. Anywho, let's see. Alright, as far as other gaming news, I don't know, is there anything else happening in the world of games?
No, I didn't notice anything. At least anything that I cared about. I mean, we could talk about old stuff before we started this podcast, but no. Nothing comes to mind at this point.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Tomb Raider comes out Tuesday, but I'm not getting. I told Jason to give me that for Christmas, so.
Well, there you go. We'll have to
look
forward to that in the future.
Sorry.
At some point in the future. Okay, let's go on with some movie news. We got confirmation that Doctor Strange will definitely be in Infinity
War. He has to be. You have to have him.
Well, we now have definite
They had a backwards trailer. I didn't watch it.
A what?
They did a backwards trailer, apparently.
No, I didn't see that either.
Yeah, I think it was a TV spot.
Oh.
Apparently it's all backwards. There's a hidden message in it. I didn't watch it. I tend not to watch all the trailers that come out. I don't like to watch every trailer that comes out because it ruins them. I like to kind of be surprised. I didn't watch it. Are you going to watch it now?
No. I'm not gonna watch it
what
now.
We're
doing a podcast. I was lowering this so I could see the recording thing. Don't.
Yes, Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Will they confirm that Star-Lord will be in it too? He has a big role in it, apparently.
I did see that.
I don't know if all Guardians are going to be in it. They just said Star-Lord.
Probably because he's like the main one. He probably has more. I don't know. We'll see.
2 years.
We will see. So that's awesome. I'm looking forward to Infinity War and Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I've been waiting since
November?
2000. Yeah. Next month.
Yeah, that'll be a good one to go
3D,
see.
go see in 3D. They say.
I'm done with 3D.
Well, this one they said it's going to be cool.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. In other news, it looks like Jurassic World 2 has been confirmed to be more horror than sci-fi.
Well, that's what it should be.
It depends what they mean by horror. Like horror, like the first one.
Yes.
Because the first one wasn't really horror. It had like one jump scare.
It was.
I can remember one jump scare.
It was kind of horror.
But as long as it's not like
scary, dinosaurs are scary.
I like dinosaurs.
This isn't Star Wars.
No, that's true.
That's science fiction.
So what was the first Jurassic World more science fiction than horror? Because that has a few horror moments.
They have a hint of adventure in them. It's like adventure horror, if there's such a thing. Like Army of Darkness.
Everything.
Army of Darkness.
I don't know.
I had comedy in it too. Sorry, going off topic. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. We're allowed. This is a podcast. We do what we want.
We do what we want here. Yeah.
So I am looking for Jurassic World 2. That's 2018. I think it is.
June that's when Infinity War comes out.
Man, that's going to be one heavy summer.
Is that when Justice League comes out?
I don't care about that.
Me neither, but I'm just saying. That's going to be a big one.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, good.
Next is the new Pirates of the Caribbean had a teaser trailer.
Mm-hmm. Looks creepy.
Well, I mean, the last one hasn't. I didn't know
Javier was in it as a villain. That'll be interesting. Let's hope it's better than the last one. That's all I gotta say.
I've heard bad things about that. So
you haven't seen it? I have it.
I've seen bits and pieces.
But it looks dark.
Bits and pieces.
I like that.
But
no, there was no Jack Sparrow in that trailer.
He's in it though. We have confirmation.
Yeah, I know, but he was not in that teaser.
Yeah.
For those of you wondering.
If you haven't seen it. After that, we got confirmation, I still don't know how I feel about this, that The Lion King is getting a live-action remake from the same director that did the Jungle Book.
To be all animals.
They said that
John recently... Favreau, who did Iron Man, by the way.
Recently, they released an article saying that it's going to be a photorealistic remake of The Lion King.
They're not going to have the same voices, are they? They can't.
Doubt it.
Taylor Thomas is adult. The only voices, I assume.
I mean, they could always
James Earl Jones
as Mufasa. Of course they can.
Are they going to do that?
If they do, then I'll definitely go see it. But I don't know.
What about Beauty and the Beast?
I've heard good things about that.
We have basically no information on that.
There was a trailer.
Not an actual trailer.
Yeah, there was.
It was a teaser.
Morgan said that there was a trailer that was released that basically it was a comparison because they copied. It was like they showed the original cartoon trailer next to the new one, and it's like they play off the exact same way.
I don't think so.
That's what I've heard. I haven't.
I don't know how I feel about Emma Watson,
but I don't know.
I saw a picture of what the Beast looks like.
They're doing another live-action Little Mermaid.
They're going to do them all. They're going to do Aladdin, I guess, too.
They actually just announced a Mulan for 2018. A live-action Mulan.
Disney's running out of ideas. We're just going to do live-action.
I don't know. I heard Zootopia was really good. And the new...
That's not a remake.
No, it's not a remake. But you said they're running out of ideas. So obviously not.
Well, it seems like their big focus is still these weird remakes.
Well, they're releasing Moana this year. This coming summer, which has The Rock in it. You're going to actually hear The Rock sing.
I think I've heard him sing before.
Oh, okay. Well, that looks interesting.
I think he sang once in wrestling back when I used to watch it.
No.
Maybe one time. I'm pretty sure he did.
Speaking of Zootopia, I actually just picked up Zootopia today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Color Splash. I've heard really good things about
it.
Talking
animal crap.
We'll see. No. I know you don't like talking animals.
No.
Finding Dory comes out soon. Anyway, any other movie?
Yes, they announced the title of the Wolverine movie.
Oh, Logan.
And did you see the poster?
No, but I did see a picture of Old Man...
Well, we all thought it was going to be Old Man Logan, but it's not. It's called Logan.
No, I meant today I just saw a picture of
X. He looks terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but the poster comes out in March, which I was surprised by that. I thought it was coming out later. Wow. It's his hand, a little kid's hand.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
I'm like, what is this going to be? The last one was decent. That's the same guy doing this one, so. But the last
what was the last
Wolverine?
The last one was
the Wolverine in Japan, the Japan storyline.
Oh, okay.
Vaguely, the Japan storyline, I should say.
Vaguely.
It wasn't a direct adaptation. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let's hope they don't screw anything up.
Oh, this is
Sinister is the villain.
This is the last movie for
Hugh Jackman.
yeah.
Well, that's dumb. I wanted to see him and Deadpool get it on. Like, that bums me out.
He's getting old, man.
So what?
Their contract's running out. Well, after Infinity War, Chris Evans isn't going to be Captain America. I don't know.
I guarantee someone's going to die in that movie, and it's probably going to
be.
We
thought someone was going to die in Civil War.
Well, they follow the comics.
Like even the trailers hinted at it.
Did you hear about the Power Rangers controversy? Power Rangers movie.
No, I didn't. I don't follow Power Rangers.
Well, I was obsessed with Power Rangers when I was a kid, but apparently they released taglines for each character.
Okay.
And the Yellow Ranger tagline was something about driver's ed. Now, the irony there is that the original Yellow Ranger died in a car accident.
Oh, jeez.
So fans were pretty mad, and
I can see that.
I forget who's making this movie, but whoever, they removed the tagline and apologized.
That's just
so I still don't know what I think about this whole Power Rangers reboot. I don't know. I'll wait till the trailer comes out.
Are you gonna?
She's not even the Yellow Ranger isn't even Asian. What the heck? Whatever, people. Here's your opportunity to do Asian and black and all this, and you're not even gonna make the Yellow Ranger Asian.
Well,
whatever. Well, that's not really movie news, but that Lord of the Rings box set comes out on Tuesday.
Oh, that works. That 30 disc?
That thing that everyone's pissed about?
Yeah, I've heard negative things about that.
I went on to Amazon today. 259 reviews. All 1 star.
Oh my god.
I waited how long for this? I didn't buy any of the Hobbit movies. I didn't buy any of the Blu-rays of the... Because they said, Peter Jackson specifically said they filmed stuff, new documentary footage, deleted scenes. I'm pretty sure he said epilogue stories for each character that they wanted to add. And on the commentary of the original Fellowship of the Ring, he says that if they ever did an anniversary edition, which it's 15th, he wanted to redo Gollum because he didn't like how he looked in the first movie. Because he didn't match how he looked.
Right.
He wanted to do a George Lucas. And so I was waiting for this. And then they finally released this box set, and there's nothing new on it. And it costs $800. Well, it's $500 on Amazon. For a shelf.
That's ridiculous.
I get on a website called Digital Bits, which is where I get my Blu-ray news.
Okay.
And that guy on there said this is the worst release of a Blu-ray he's ever seen. Just the opportunity that apparently the studio just said they didn't want to put money towards the new features.
Why wouldn't they?
Because they're idiots.
People would be
so go on to Amazon and read
that
the people are pissed.
$800.
It's $500 now. It's for nothing new except a shelf.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like if it had all that new stuff, people would be more than willing to pay that.
That's what I've been waiting for.
So they just completely missed an opportunity there.
Well, I guess if they do a 4K, maybe then they'll do it.
Maybe for the 20th.
I mean, you can't tell me they're not feeling this backlash. 259 reviews.
They have to.
And the press saying it too.
They have to feel.
I think Peter Jackson said something about it.
Well, it's bad when the creator himself said something about it.
So, shame on you, Warner. I think it's Warner Brothers.
Is it Warner Brothers?
I think that does the... Yeah. Well, New Line did... I don't know. No. That's all I had for movie news.
That's all you had for movie news?
Yeah.
Alright, go on with your TV news first, and then we'll hit mine.
The only TV news I had was they have a premiere date for Iron Fist, March 17th.
Okay.
Well, that's the only news I had.
Is that really?
I don't. Yeah. I didn't see anything else.
Okay. Well, just in terms of TV, since this is our first one, what have your... I haven't actually seen any episodes yet, but just to get your thought on there, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Why haven't you watched it?
Morgan's seen the first one, but she needs to get caught up.
Well, there's only two. I think they only had two.
That was three.
There wasn't a new one this week.
Oh, okay. Well, then she just needs one more. I don't know, just what is your thoughts on it so far?
Sorry, it was stuck. I didn't know if something was wrong.
Hopefully it's good.
I was excited to hear that Ghost Rider was going to be on there, but they're not using the classic Johnny Blaze or Dan Ketch. Probably because Marvel said, we got plans for them. I have a feeling. So they're going to use this Robbie Reyes guy, who's a brand new character. They think he's only like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And he drives a car instead of a motorcycle. But so far, the 2 episodes have been really good. I mean, it's been more on the paranormal side.
Right.
Which I like. So I've been liking it. I think it's because of Doctor Strange coming out. They're entering that whole realm which they haven't touched yet in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The whole
looks like they're going to now.
Paranormal part of it. Supernatural stuff. So, and he looks kind of cool. The Ghost Rider does.
Well, that's good.
There's only 2 episodes.
Yeah, well, just your first impression. That's all I
It's
really
been good
to
so
get
far.
there. Okay.
It hasn't been bad.
Okay.
And there's a new director. I guess I shouldn't spoil anything.
No, not yet. Maybe
I'm
towards
sure
the end of the
knows.
season we'll say, like, spoiler warning or whatever.
I guess I should do that for Luke Cage.
Yeah, you can... If there's going to be any...
It's hard to talk about stuff not spoiling it.
I know. That's why we'll like put a spoiler warning or something on certain spots or whatnot. But yeah, TV for me, there's nothing really new except for this past week was the premiere week for Milo Murphy's Law, which I actually did not get to watch, which sucks, and I want to. You won't really care about this. It's from the exact 2 creators that did Phineas and Ferb. It's their next series that they're working on, so I have really high hopes for this. And the fact that they did a whole second rap video about Milo's Murphy Law and how Phineas ended and this is next, and if you liked Phineas, you'll like this. It was really funny, and I am definitely looking forward to this. And they have Weird Al doing the voice of the main character.
Really?
Yeah, they do. So from the opening that I've seen and just some pictures and whatnot, it does look like it would be good, and I'm hoping it's good. So I'll hopefully watch an episode before our next podcast so I can give my thoughts on that. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got for TV.
Venture Brothers Season 6 came out this week. I ordered it. It hasn't shipped yet. So I was kind of hoping to talk about that today, but I got nothing.
So you'll get it by next week.
Delivery date's Monday, Tuesday. So.
Yeah, you'll get it by next week.
Oh, yeah. Should have got it by now. For goodness sake.
Should have.
Amazon's weird with their shipping. You never know when you're going to get something.
Do you have Prime?
No.
Well, we do. And we get
it's like
stuff like
a year.
2 days. That's a year.
Well, let me tell you something. Last week I ordered Highlander, okay, 30th anniversary. Shipped it the day it came out, I got it the next day. I don't have Prime.
Weird.
I'm telling you, Amazon's random. And this thing here I haven't even gotten yet. I ordered something else with it, but maybe that's what's delaying it.
Yeah, because if they put the packages in together, then, yeah, it'll delay it a little bit because it'll want to put all of it together.
Whatever.
Anyway, moving on to, I guess we'll go to comics next. That's
am I supposed to talk about Luke Cage?
You can either just, this
or
is more just
review
for like
section, just news.
News.
All right.
You have your own little comic section.
I don't see.
Just any new comic news that's happening.
No. Not besides the TV stuff. And I don't follow new.
Alright, no, that's completely fine.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Which is fine. This is our first one, guys. We're still learning.
Well, I don't follow new stuff.
Right.
And I'll explain that when I get to my comic section.
Okay.
But I know the X-Men are fighting the Inhumans now.
Inhumans and X. I thought it was the same thing. I thought the Inhumans were just another name for like mutants because Marvel didn't have the...
No, mutants were born with their powers. Oh. Inhumans they get it through the Terrigen Mists.
Didn't they cancel the Inhuman movie?
I'm not sure.
I've heard rumors about that.
Yeah, so did I. I don't know. It was taken off the schedule.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to do it anyway with it being on the TV show so heavily.
That's probably why they probably canceled.
But they don't have the royal family on there. The Inhuman royal family. It's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
That's really what Inhumans are, really.
Alright. Music, really big music that I have to say is that Hillsong Worship announced their new album, Let There Be Light, and it's actually, I just found this out, it is actually their 25th live album, which is awesome. And it looks like it is going to be released...
Is that next month?
October 14th. Yep, so just about 7 days. So I'm looking forward to that. And the fact that Hillsong Worship not only does an album, but they always release a DVD too of the concert because it's recorded at their Hillsong conference every year. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I always love their albums. So, yeah. Any music stuff for you?
Not new.
Not new?
Nothing new.
Alright.
That I learned this week, anyway.
Move on to some world news, because, we all
love I didn't know you were doing that.
Yeah, why not? We don't have to touch on all of it, but we can. You can say yes or no. Elections.
I have no interest in politics whatsoever.
Okay. That's totally fine, because I know that's a
hate politics.
Yeah.
I hate it.
We'll just see what happens in less than a month.
Is it really down to those two?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Pretty much.
There's I never hear about anyone else.
There's a third one, but they only have like 3%.
Well, that's sad. To me. I don't know
all I'm saying is I would rather him than her. That's all I'm saying. I don't want her at all.
I don't know how we don't say the names.
We probably could, but
we won't. We will not speak of their names.
What do you think with this whole clown business?
I don't know. I've yet to see one.
I haven't seen one either, but there was some in PA.
What are they really doing, though? What are they doing?
I know some of them have killed some people.
Have they?
I'm pretty sure.
How do they know that? Well, if they know how do they know that?
I don't know. I just know.
Are they arrested? Are they in jail?
Article or something saying that.
If they knew a clown.
How do they know? I think for me, it's just wondering what the heck's going to happen with Halloween coming. And all these people in clown suits are running around.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's...
Somebody
posted something about... there was a poster of a movie that just came out. What is it? It had clowns in it, and it was like...
What?
Election year. The Purge. Election year.
Oh.
And apparently in the movie, there was two figures running for president that looked oddly like Hillary and Trump.
Yeah.
And it just says
excuse
"Make America Great Again" as the tagline. It's a bunch of clowns, and they're going around killing people. And we're like, is that where they got this idea from?
No, they've been doing that
movie?
before that.
Was it before
I've been hearing about this clown thing for a while.
I've only started hearing about the past 2 weeks.
No, I've heard it before that.
Oh, okay. Anyway, clowns are creepy. I've always hated them. So, yeah. Hurricane Matthew. It is now slamming Florida right now. And at last I heard it will hit North and South Carolina. So really, just all I gotta say about that is get out of the way. Use some common sense.
Get up.
Some common sense. Actually, by the time you guys hear this will probably be over anyway. But
it'll all be underwater.
I saw a picture of the one NASCAR racetrack, and I was completely underwater.
Really?
Yeah. So. Prayers out to everybody down in Florida in the affected areas, because I know that the death toll in Haiti jumped up to 260 something.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's not good. Not good at all. apparently I should have looked too into this, but apparently NASA is being accused of covering up a possible UFO
I didn't hear
sighting.
about this.
It was just a quick article that I saw on Facebook, so just apparently. So what are your thoughts?
I don't know what it is.
If they were to cover up, like...
I don't know. I have no idea about UFOs. Really.
It's all a mystery.
There are sightings and stuff. Who knows? I don't know.
It's one of those things.
There's this thing circling the Earth and no one knows what it is. It's this black thing. They call it the Black Night. Or the Dark Night.
No, I've never heard of it.
If you ever get a chance, look up top mysteries or something on Google it. I love looking at that stuff.
Yeah.
But there's something they don't really know what it is.
Why don't they go to it?
I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know.
In non-mystery news, 11 Mondays left until Christmas.
Yay. Well, I'll be out of retail. Wow.
That's not really. You're going...
Are they really busy in the grocery store too?
Come on. Today we were.
No, I mean for Christmas.
Oh.
Generally, I don't see why people would be buying food.
Well, for parties.
Yeah.
Christmas parties and things. So, it really depends, especially if it's food stamp week and all that stuff, and we get slammed and all that fun stuff. But, yeah.
What do you want for Christmas?
Don't ask that over air.
I'm just reminding you to tell me, please.
I'll remind you. I don't know what comes out. I don't even know.
Oh my God, there's a million things coming out. A cajillion. You picked a good time to start this podcast because there's a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah. Well, good. Good. All right. Is there any more news that we want to cover?
No.
No? All right. So with that being done, you're going to do your...
We can talk about Kim Kardashian being robbed.
I saw that and I was like, should I add this? And I was like, no, I don't really care.
Millions of dollars, man.
I don't really care. No offense to her, like I'm glad she's not dead in real life, but at the same time, I really don't care.
Oh, poor Kim.
And
where was Kanye? Where was her bodyguards at? Doesn't she have bodyguards?
Maybe she.
What were they doing
at this time? Maybe she ran off. She was being a rebel.
She was being stupid then.
Well, probably. But
all right.
Anywho's about to. Are you gonna do your comic review or your Luke Cage thing in your comic section or in the review section?
No, it's a TV show.
Okay.
Separate.
Then I guess we'll move on to our next section of our podcast, which are going to be reviews. We'll do. I don't know if it's going to be every week that we will have a review.
Only if we did something.
If we bought something or played through something, or we just feel the urge to review an old game, like as Chris will do, but he actually just played it, which is why we're going to review it. So I don't know who wants to start with their review.
We're doing games.
Just any review. We can do the games first. My only review is a game, so.
Well, then you go ahead.
I go ahead.
I can do all mine at once.
All right. All right. To start off, I have a review of a game that just came out last Tuesday. Not this Tuesday, but the last Tuesday.
Last week.
Last week. And it is Sonic Boom Fire and Ice.
I've never even heard of this.
Sonic Boom?
Yeah, I heard of that, but what is this? An expansion or something?
Sonic Boom Fire Ice is just another game for the 3DS.
It's a separate game.
Yeah. You'll see. Okay, Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. I'm going to be reading this off here. Sonic Boom is a series that has been plagued with a horrible game and an okay game. The Wii U game was horrible.
There's more than one Sonic Boom?
Yes. The original Sonic Boom for Wii U, Rise of Lyric, was really, really bad. And the 3DS original game, which was Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal, is... it's okay. It's not bad, but it's not anything good either. Sonic Boom is an off-franchise of Sonic. It's what the TV series is based off Sonic Boom. They have redesigns, and it's weird. I did hear that the cartoon, however, is doing fantastic. And it's actually getting a Season 2, which apparently maybe, was it late October, early November is going to start Season 2. And it's on Cartoon Network. So looking forward to that. Anyway, Sega has again enlisted the help of Sanzuro Games to try the Boom franchise again on the Nintendo 3DS. And thankfully this one delivers. Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, released last week, can be considered a sequel to the first 3DS Boom game Shattered Crystal. But this time, Censura Games has learned from their past mistakes and has taken their time to making this game good, which I am so thankful for. The story, it's a story. Unlike Shattered Crystal, which had about 2, maybe 3 actual cutscenes, where the rest was kind of reading the dialogue like Zelda does. Fire and Ice goes a giant step forward.
Zelda doesn't read the dialogue.
Well, you know what I meant, Chris.
That'd be pretty cool if she read all the dialogue in the
game. Jeez, it'd be like this thing in...
Link!
Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Fire and Ice goes a giant step forward to now having all animated and voice-acted cutscenes, which is awesome.
Yes.
It has the hero of the show and the great voice acting from the voices we all know. Yeah.
Voice actors from the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same voice actors and everything. It's awesome. The story begins with Dr. Eggman finding a new power source called Ragnium, in which he plans to use to get revenge on Sonic. Meanwhile, Sonic and Amy are out planting contraptions for Tails in order to help figure out why the weather of the world has been acting up. Upon getting struck by a blast of Ragnium, I think, it's really the only thing I can think of happened, caused Sonic and Amy to gain ice and fire powers, which is where the name of the game comes from. Tails then realizes he can transfer that power through their communicators so that he too, along with Sticks and Knuckles, can use these powers because, and this is how he explains it, because science. I'm not joking. That's how he says that. Due to Dr. Eggman harvesting the Ragnium, there have been fissures that have been popping up all over the surrounding islands. So it's up to Sonic, Tails, Amy, Knuckles, and Sticks to close off the fissures before the world is destroyed. Meanwhile, Dr. Eggman sends what he thinks is a broken down robot, which he calls Defect. Defect. Get it? Huh? It's funny. To guard the fissures. Now Sonic and company run into this little robot and have to stop it. Defect eventually leads the group to Dr. Eggman's mining facility, and at this point, they have closed enough fissures that the power is boiling up in the mines and that it is about to explode. Dr. Eggman, being a little ticked, orders Orbot and Cubot, his 2 robot minions, to dispose of Sonic, but Defect hears this and using an ability that the Doctor didn't know he had to control metal around the area to form a giant monster. Eggman, being extremely happy, immediately gets pinned between a giant metal bar and the mountain wall. He asks Sonic for help and the group stop Defect. The battle destroyed the mining facility and left the Doctor Ragniumless, because that's a word I just made up. Upon realizing this, he, in a way, thanks the groups and gives the now fixed Defect to Sticks. Tails does his thing and makes Defect a harmless puppy. The group head back home, and with one last joke about healthcare, thus ends the game. There's a joke about healthcare at the very end of the game. And the reason that Eggman wanted the Ragnium was to put inside robots to race Sonic, so hopefully they would beat Sonic and Sonic would feel humiliated. That was his plan. Anyway, the graphics of the game are cartoony, the exact same that was used in Shattered Crystal, which is fine because they worked, and they animate very well in cutscenes as well as gameplay, like they're very animated and all that fun stuff. And there's even a handful of CGI cutscenes which look exactly like the cartoon itself, which is awesome. I think it's done by the same people, which would make sense. The levels look good. The 3D use is okay. It's nothing too special. Special. The game wasn't built around 3D like Mario 3D Land was, but it's more of a bonus. So if you like that kind of thing, but it is not needed to enjoy the game. The music is pretty good. It's better than Shattered Crystal. I don't really remember any music in Shattered Crystal. Which is weird because 90% of Sonic games have awesome soundtracks. So Fire and Ice is among those. But now to the most important part of the game, and that is the gameplay. Sonic Boom Fire and Ice plays almost exactly like its predecessor, Shattered Crystal. Minor tweaks have been made to the characters to make them feel more speed-like. And just like in the classics, no matter which character you are, they all run at fast speeds. The first character you control is Sonic, retaining his special, the Air Dash, in which he bursts in a direction, breaking through certain obstacles and enemies. This move has been tweaked to now be performed faster, making it a good move to save yourself, or to get up on a ledge that you might have just barely missed. Amy's special move is her Pico Pico Hammer. She can use the hammer to smack down enemies and certain obstacles to progress. Tails has the ability to hover, but unlike the classics where he can fly, he hovers here and can gain altitude upon hitting a fan. Along with the hover, Tails has a ray gun that can be used to destroy certain blocks. And Knuckles is the next character, and his special ability is digging/drilling. He can dig underground to find new paths or collectibles. And Styx regains her boomerang ability from the previous game. And just like last time, she can throw it to hit switches and enemies. And she can even use the boomerang to collect collectibles. Yeah. Other than these special moves, each character has a few shared abilities. They all have a boost, which, like it says, boosts them forward in a sense of speed. They all have a double jump to regain control or reach higher heights. They have a series staple that has been with Sonic since his 3D transition, which is the homing attack, to destroy enemies and just help in general. And returning from Shadow Crystal is the Enter Beam. The ability lets you grapple from certain objects to progress, and that's about it. So it really doesn't have that much use in this one, unlike the other one did. But it's there if you liked it. The new gimmick of the game is the fire and ice abilities. This is nothing new. Games have done this before, but by pressing the R and L buttons, you can switch between the two on the fly. The ice power can help you freeze water to help progress, and the fire can help you, well, melt ice. Like I said, this really isn't anything new, but it is done rather well. They throw these obstacles at you that at times has you switching between the two rather quickly so you don't die. All in all, it is a really good gimmick. Each character plays well and feels like they have a purpose. You can easily spend most of the time as Sonic unless you plan on going for 100% and collect everything. Each level has a few different things to collect. One is a hammer piece. Collecting these will unlock different skins for Amy's hammer. The second is a junk piece. These are given to Styx to help complete her secret project. And the final is a trading card piece. These are mostly found in little side areas of each level called challenge rooms. And they are given to Knuckles to help unlock, what the?
What?
I lost my place. Oh, what the? Yeah. They help you unlock extra levels for the online mode. I could. Along with these collectibles, you can find Ragnium by defeating enemies or beating a set time attack on each stage. Ragnium can be used to buy bonus content like concept art, music, and to upgrade a robot for the online mode. Now, before we move on to that, let's talk about the levels themselves. They are by far better than in Shattered Crystal. They have a better sense of speed, and finding the collectibles is not too far out of the way. The main set of levels have you running around a regular course, but there are a few special levels that you'll find along the way. First is a speed section. Here you play as Sonic, in which you consistently run forward, and it is your job to move him left or right to avoid obstacles and not get hit. These are fairly easy and won't take long to finish. The next type of stage are the ones I had the most fun with. These are the racing stages. Dr. Eggman pits you, Sonic, against one of his Ragnium-powered robots. You race through various courses on a 3-lap race. These are very fast-paced and most like an actual Sonic game. The final one is a little bit tough, but overall not bad. Another type of stage is the returning deep sea fox. This tiny gadget is which Tails uses to find collectibles underwater. In these stages, you guide a little gadget around a small area looking for a trading card. Bumping into walls or bombs will have your timer gauge go down. If it depletes, you will need to start over. The latter half of these can be a bit frustrating. The final of these levels is Tails' hovercraft, in which we control Tails aboard his craft and we guide him through a course. This mode is basically like a mix of, I would say, Galaga and the previously mentioned Deep Sea Fox. You can use the Y button to shoot and the R to speed up. Shoot the obstacles in the way before you get hit. Getting hit causes you to lose time, and if you run out of time, you will have to try again, just like the Deep Sea Fox. To be completely honest, these stages are very easy. I have never had a problem with these. This game is not really that hard to begin with, so, you don't have lives, and when you die, you start from the last checkpoint. Really, the only downside to dying in this game is you will lose all the Ragnium that you did collect. The final thing I want to talk about in terms of gameplay is the bosses. The little robot defect will at certain points gain control of a surrounding robot or some kind of creature and try and stop you. Each boss is different, and you use 2 characters to beat it. You automatically switch between the 2 at certain points and use their special abilities to help defeat it. The bosses are fun and interesting, which is also a step up from Shattered Crystal. Oh, and remember in Shattered Crystal where you needed to collect a certain collectible to progress the story? Nope, that is gone. Now just beating the stage is progressing the story, and I for one am happy for that. I can't speak. The collectibles are purely for bonus content. The map system is back for the overworld, but that hasn't changed much, which is fine. It wasn't a big deal in Shattered Crystal. They also have a map on the lower screen for the levels themselves, which help you look around to see if you missed anything or where an item might be, just to help you look a little better. So my verdict on Sonic Boom Fire and Ice is a giant step in the right direction for the Boom franchise, changing the things that pulled Shattered Crystal down, along with minor gameplay tweaks. Makes this a really fun game that every Sonic fan should at least try. And if you're just looking for another good platformer on the Nintendo 3DS, then I recommend giving this game a try too. Overall, I will give Sonic Boom Fire and Ice a 7.5 out of 10.
Now we're doing stuff out of 10?
Yeah, so keep going fast, Blue Sonic. So that was my review. Sonic Boom Fire and Ice.
Wow. A lot of words.
I told you I had an in-depth review.
Oh, say.
So, Chris, go on.
Mine's, I guess, a retro review. Is that a thing?
That's what I was going to call it.
That was really the only game I've played recently.
That works.
Super Mario 64 DS, which obviously is a remake of Super Mario 64 from the Nintendo 64, which came out in 1996. But the remake came out in 2004. That was a DS launch game, I think, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Because that's why I bought a DS.
Yeah, because there was that, there was Nintendogs.
The major changes they made, actually the biggest change was they added 3 other playable characters. Luigi, which is awesome that you can beat Luigi and play Mario 64 with Luigi. And he actually jumps higher. They added all the attributes because he jumps so high.
And his backflip, excuse me,
and he twirls.
And glides, which is really nice.
So each character has special abilities. Luigi, what we just said. Plus he has Mario's invisibility.
Yeah,
he had individual. They spread out Mario's power-ups to each. So Mario can no longer turn invisible, turn metal. Luigi turns invisible. Wario turns metal. But they added the ability for Mario to float. I guess that's from Mario World. I guess that's a Mario World.
Yeah, I can see that.
He gets real fat, floats in the air, which is nice in some levels. Actually,
yeah,
you can cheat.
It helps. It does. It really does. And there's Wing Cat. He still has that.
Yeah, he can still fly. And there's Yoshi, who was kind of a weird default character at the beginning. Because you start off as Yoshi and you have to find Mario, and then you got to find Luigi, and then you got to find Wario. And once you find them, you unlock their caps in each level. Yeah. So in case you need to turn metal or turn invisible, go find a cap. Go find a Luigi cap. So you didn't have to keep exit the level and go change the character.
Well, you know, once you unlock all the characters, if you go in with Yoshi into a level at the start, you actually have an option of picking a cap from the start.
So really?
Yeah, so that way
I've
always played Yoshi because then I could just turn into
whoever I didn't want to do that. I want to be Mario.
I know.
This is a Mario game, not a Yoshi game.
I know, because that's one of the
Yoshi
downsides.
can shoot eggs, though.
I only think it's one.
Just one, yeah.
Yeah.
They added 30 stars, so it went from 120 to 150. I'm assuming you all know what Super Mario 64 plays like. Do I really need to?
I would just go into just the control differences, like how you feel about the
controls. The people know what the game is.
I
assume you all know the classic game. Come on, people. If you haven't played it, go download this on your Wii.
Someone's watching this.
I'm talking about. I downloaded the Wii U version. That's why I played it recently.
Yeah.
But I'll get to that in a sec. But they added 30 stars. They added some mini levels. They still have. They didn't add any big levels. I think they added 2 stars to each level too. I think it was 2, or was it 1?
They added stars. I know they.
Yeah, they added. They added those silver stars. Those weren't in the original. Yeah, and the Switch stars. You're right. They weren't in the original either.
I thought some of them were replaced.
Some dialogue is different. The opening is a bit different. Mm-hmm. But it basically plays the same, which my one con is the camera. They didn't fix the camera really. Mm-hmm. And it can get really frustrating, especially in the one Bowser level. The second one. Believe it or not, the second Bowser level was harder than the third one. Yeah. Way harder. Yeah. And that last level, that 15th level, which the one with the carpet, you ride on the carpet. I forget the name of that.
Rainbow Ride or something like that?
But the camera can be quite frustrating on those levels, so they didn't really fix that. Yeah. But the character models have been improved. But the game is quite blurry, especially on the big screen, which is my biggest issue. Yeah. I mean, I was excited. I was waiting to play this on the Wii U, play it on the big screen, but I don't know if DS games translate very well, at least 3D ones. Even with the smoothing on, it's still pretty blurry. GBA games look good. The smoothing actually does make it look way better.
Some of the DS games
but the DS games, maybe not. Maybe 2D ones. I think when's Castlevania coming out?
Well, I mean, please. I downloaded the second Mario and Luigi game that was for DS. And
what are they?
The smoothing on that looks pretty good.
Yeah, that's a bit different though.
Yeah.
But overall, I like it more than the original. Besides the blurriness, the resolution, I guess. Character models definitely look better. Way better. And they actually use real thwomps, which made me very happy.
Instead of those blue things.
But it just makes me yearn for an HD remake of... Especially after playing Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy had a Mario 64 level. Remember? And it looked fantastic, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want my Mario 64 to look like this.
Yeah, they'll do a Sunshine with
HD. Oh, I know they will. Fools. And they added the bunnies. If you remember in the original, they had those bunnies you had to catch. Well, they added a whole lot more. Each character has their own bunnies they have to get. Gosh. That's a star. Getting all
it's a star
to get all
the mini-games.
No, you have to get all the sparkling bunnies. And a little trick, be Yoshi, and just go in and out of the castle.
Yeah, yep.
And Yoshi's pretty easy. Just his tongue goes out pretty far, and you can catch the bunnies. There's a little trick for those of you.
Yeah, it's nice.
I can't think of any other big, huge differences.
Go to the mini-games. That's it.
Oh yeah, they added touch screen mini games too. And each bunny unlocked a different minigame.
Which they were fun.
Uh-oh, what happened? Did we go off?
No.
Hey! Okay, sorry.
I don't know what happened.
But yeah, I would recommend it. I actually like it better than Mario 64. So,
if you had to give it
sacrilege. A rating?
If you had to give it a
rating. I'm good. Out of 10?
Yeah.
9?
9?
I would give it 10 if the graphics were a bit better.
Makes sense.
So I would give that a 9, definitely. Geez, Mario 64 is my favorite of the 3Ds.
Mine's...
The Mario Galaxy is pretty darn good.
I like the one in between those two, but you know, I'm just weird.
Mario Sunshine. Boo! And Bowser looks smaller, I think.
He looks a lot better, too.
His model looks...
My only complaint about him is they didn't keep his bruised...
Yeah, you're right. They didn't. And Princess Peach's has a ponytail for some reason. I didn't like that.
Sports games, but
and they took out the super jump if you got all the stars.
Oh yeah,
that weird jump that had the sparkly and the 100. Well, that's my other problem. Is, the 1-ups didn't carry over. That made me so mad. Not that I went down to 0 lives ever, but you would find a bunch of lives, then you have to turn it off. Then it was like, man, what was the point of getting all these lives? It carries over in all the other games.
Spend points. That's what I always do.
Oh shoot! You know I never even really. I wasn't taking advantage of it. You're right. Why didn't I do that? Oh shoot! But I remember. I don't. The game was a bit tougher than I remembered. But it's the camera.
It's the camera.
The controls. It's that camera.
Did you use the D-pad or control stick?
Control stick.
Okay. Because originally you can.
On the DS was on the D-pad, and it was kind of weird. But the control stick made it better on the Wii U pad. So yeah, pick it up. For those of you who have never played it, download it now.
It is on the Wii U Virtual Console.
Virtual Console. That's why.
No excuse.
That's why I'm reviewing it. That's my only game.
Okay.
And the other game I play is Rock Band every now and then when songs come out.
I don't think that you can
read. No, two songs came out this week I didn't download. So.
Dun, dun, dun.
Are you doing any more reviews for what?
I got no more reviews.
Oh, gosh, okay, so I guess I gotta move on to movies.
I was gonna say we haven't really watched any.
I
guess I could.
I watched one last week. I
guess I could do one.
When did you watch it?
Past weekend.
Oh well, yeah, I watched the one I'm doing this past week, last week.
Well, since I wasn't really going into this thinking, I was just make this really quickly and brief. Morgan and I went back and we watched the Bee Movie with Jerry Seinfeld.
I never watched that movie, but I was at a doctor's office. It was on the TV, so I saw a lot of it.
The doctor's office?
Yeah, they had it playing on the TV, and I thought, this is kind of interesting.
It was funny. I didn't know Jerry Seinfeld actually helped
He falls in love with a human.
They do. He does
fall in
love
with a human. What was weird to me about it.
It is weird. But it was cute. Animation was pretty good. I mean, I've seen a lot better. That's old now. But it's over 10 years old.
Yeah, that's why.
One of the complaints I have is Jerry Seinfeld. I love him; he's a good actor, but some of his "quote-unquote" voice-acted screams sound a little fake.
I wouldn't say he's the best actor in the world.
Well, not the best actor, but I mean, he's not horrible. I've heard worse. But no, it was a pretty good movie. It was pretty cute. John Goodman plays a really bad lawyer who gets stung in the butt, and he gets.
Oh, is that John Goodman?
Yeah. And he freaks out.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
He's like, I can't feel my buttocks, and it was just funny. Anyway, so overall, I laughed, and it was good. Honestly, if I were to rate,
do you have this movie? You own it?
No, it was on demand.
Oh,
so we were able to watch it that way.
Okay.
And I was like, I always wanted to see it. It was free, so I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. If I had to give the movie a rating out of 10, I would probably give it 6.5.
I love how you do the 0.5s.
Huh?
I love how you do 0.5.
I know.
6.5. You have enough numbers as it is.
It's average. It's average.
It's
not horrible.
That's above average. It's a little above average.
Okay.
5 is average.
Okay. Oh, well, still 6.5.
Okay, it's a little above.
It's not bad, but it's not great.
Right.
So there's a movie review for me.
B movie. My turn?
Yes, it's your
Okay, I bought last week, the 30th anniversary of The Highlander came out on Blu-ray. So I was all excited because that was a movie I always enjoyed. It's a cult classic from 86, which is 30 years ago.
Yeah, jeez.
Very cult classic. It's kind of cheesy and but it's charming cheesy. It's got a great story. It stars Christopher Lambert, if you know who he is. He was in a Tarzan movie back in the day. Sean Connery's in it. Sean Connery's like his mentor, and he looks fantastic. Sean Connery looks amazing in this movie. He said he's not in it that long, but he looks fantastic to me. And Clancy Brown's a villain, and if you don't know who he is, he did the voice of Lex Luthor on the DC animated stuff that we're watching. And he's in a bunch of other stuff too. But he's a great villain. But let me, if you don't know what Highlander is, it's about a race of immortals that live among us.
Okay.
And basically, they have to all fight to the death. And the only way to kill an immortal is by chopping his head off. So they have swords. They fight with swords. And the tagline of the movie is, there can be only one. So all these immortals...
Is that where that come from?
Yes, Highlander. Okay. There can be only one. I've been saying it for years.
I know you have.
So what happens is, as the immortals kill each other, and it gets down to a few, they're compelled to go to a certain place and it's called The Gathering, and it's down to 2. And that's what happens at the end of the movie. And the last one standing, there can be only one, gains all the power. Well, when Mortal...
Why does it sound like it's thinking Batman episode we watched?
No, it doesn't. When an immortal kills another immortal, they kind of gain all their power. Like, it's kind of weird. The electricity comes out, and all these things explode. And... What? It's called the quickening. And they kind of gain their knowledge and their power. Well, at the very end, when there's one last standing... They get the ultimate power and ultimate knowledge and stuff like that. Ironically enough, that's how this movie ends. But it spawned 5 sequels, a TV show, an animated series. Now you tell me how that's possible. That's the problem with Highlander. It was only supposed to be one movie. Anything after that makes no sense. Highlander 2 is the worst sequel I've ever seen in my life.
Did you watch the other ones?
Oh, I watched all the movies. I didn't watch the TV show. Because it was about a different... Christopher Lambert plays... The Highlander is Connor MacLeod. He's from the Highlands of Scotland. And
Scotland? Yeah,
that's why it's called the Highlander. But he wasn't the star of the show. It was a different member of his clan or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But frankly, anything that exists after this movie really doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If he's... Well, okay. The sequel... had to do with aliens and stuff. It was in the future. It was dumb. Then they made another sequel, which was an alternate sequel, that said there was another immortal in a cave that got trapped in a cave. And then when he got out of the cave, all of a sudden it reset, and Connor didn't have, all those powers. And so he had to go kill the guy. It's like another gathering happened.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Pretty much don't even bother with anything besides the first movie. And I'm not about reboots, but I would love to see a Highlander rebooted and redo the mythology, because I think it's an interesting concept. I mean, he's immortal. He's lived for hundreds of years, and, he fell in love at one point. And, there's a sad, melancholy undertone to the movie, which I think was really why I liked it a lot more so than, the fighting is cheesy. I mean, it's cheesy. Right. The lines are cheesy. Clancy Brown's over the top villain, but he's great. Queen does the music, so.
Well, there you go.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack's pretty good. As for the Blu-ray itself, they did a 4K mastering, and it looks fantastic.
Do you have a 4K TV?
No.
Okay.
But just overall, the movie was mastered in 4K.
Jason's?
It's not a 4K Blu-ray. It was just mastered in 4K.
Oh, okay.
But it looks fantastic. There was a 2-hour making of on there, which wasn't on any other release. There's kind of deleted scenes, but not really. They didn't have the audio, but they found different edited movies and stuff. It doesn't have the Queen music videos. That's the one thing lacking. Doesn't have the Queen music videos. It had a couple interviews with the director and Christopher Lambert.
Yeah, because of some
copyright. He hasn't aged very well. Poor guy. He was in the Mortal Kombat movie too. He played Raiden. In case you don't know who Christopher Lambert is, he was Raiden in the first Mortal Kombat movie as well. That's the only thing he's done. He hasn't done much. But I always enjoyed that movie a lot, so I was excited that they were releasing a new how would you feel about being immortal? What if you lived hundreds of years? It's an interesting concept.
I don't know if I want to.
It's quite fascinating to me. See everyone grow old and die. That was what he dealt with, and that's kind of what the movie, undertones of the movie was about. Weird. Was everyone around you growing old and dying.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't know but he's seen everything.
Yeah.
That's the cool part of being immortal. You see everything.
But eventually you're just going to get now what?
Well, when he got the quickening at the end, he was able to age and have kids. They can't have kids either, but he was able to have kids. He falls in love in the movie. There's a woman in the movie and he falls in love. Well, big surprise. Really movie there. But I think eventually that would get old.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Am I supposed to rate this?
Yeah.
9.
9.
Just because it's a classic. It did terrible when it came out in theaters. It did. It's one of those movies that did well on home video back in the day. That's usually what a cult classic is. Nobody liked it when it came out in theaters, but then it gained a following.
Right.
VHS.
I get you.
Popular enough to create a TV show and all that. Jeez.
Must have been.
Okay, Highlander. That was the movie I watched recently. TV show. Luke Cage.
Here we
Sweet
go.
Christmas. The third of the Netflix Marvel shows outside of the fantastic Daredevil and Jessica Jones. I pretty much knew going in that this one wasn't going to be as good. And I was right. It's really not as good as those two. Only because Luke Cage is... I don't know much. I haven't read too many Luke Cage comics.
Okay.
I mean, I know the character. And the only comics I read with him in was the new Avengers stuff when he joined the Avengers. Later, way later. Back when him and Jessica Jones were an item. But I always liked the character. But I didn't know anything about his villains.
Right.
Any of his comics. I mean, him and Iron Fist teamed up and had a business. But heroes for hire. But the show was slow at first. Pretty slow. But it got better and it got interesting like halfway. Then, by the end of the show, I enjoyed it. Very much so, actually. Great cast. The actors are fantastic. I think that's one of the best things about it. The music is the best thing. The music on this show is great. It's all very funky and it's very 70s and it's different, but it works so well. And
that's what they were going for.
It doesn't look like it's retro, but it sounds like it is. You'd have to see it though.
Yeah, I would have to see it.
It had a lot of villains. It was like 4 villains. 4. And they spent a lot of time on the villains. I feel like it was 13 episodes.
Oh, good.
This is the first season.
Okay.
A lot of twists and turns you didn't see coming. There was one revelation about one of the villains that I did not really care for. I won't spoil it, but I thought it was pointless. But Rosario Dawson's in it. She was in the other 2. She was in Daredevil and she plays a nurse at the hospital. She was great. Right? She was great. There was another cameo. I don't want to give away all the cameos.
Well, I mean, like there are connections to like the movies and stuff too.
They mentioned the incident in New York.
Oh, okay.
Alien Tech, which plays aliens, which plays a little bit. I don't want to give everything away. Right. There's a twist that comes from the incident. I won't. But Mike Coulter plays Luke Cage. He's great. I thought he looks just like Luke Cage. My gosh. He's a tall guy. He's huge. But I feel like his character is a lot different than the Luke Cage from the comics. In the comics, Luke Cage is like all about making money. He's a thug. I mean, he was a thug pretty much. He was in prison. That's how he got his superpowers in prison. Which his origin is pretty much the same in the show. I was actually pleasantly surprised by how they even had him in the costume.
Oh, okay.
Interestingly enough, they got him in the costume very briefly. It's kind of interesting. But in the comic, Luke Cage is kind of brash and he's kind of angry and he's got an attitude. This Luke Cage is very gentle and deep thinking and kind of quiet. Yeah, and he doesn't, like, a couple of times in the show, people are like, people will pay you to... Right. And one lady was like, I want to hire you, and he refused the money. That goes against Luke Cage from the comic. I mean, that was his thing. He set up his own business. He had superpowers, and people paid him to... And one time in the comics, Dr. Doom owed him money. So what did he do? He goes to Castle Doom and beats the crap out of Dr. Doom to get this money. So that was my one problem, is it didn't seem like the same character. And it ended on a cliffhanger a little bit. Bit of a cliffhanger it ended on. Well, so I'm wondering if they're leading this... Well, Defenders, I think, is coming up pretty soon. So I don't know. Okay. Well, Iron Fist is in March. Okay. I'm not sure what's after that. If Defenders is before Daredevil Season 3, I don't know.
I guess all of these Netflix shows and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they all have it in the same universe.
Yeah.
But at the same time, none of the TV show Netflix people are going to ever appear in the movies.
Which blows. The only way they could do it is if those shows end. Then they can use the characters whenever they want. but I don't see it. I mean, I can see a quick cameo.
I mean, I'm just thinking like Infinity War would be like the best point to bring them all in.
It should be.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought they were going to do, but it doesn't seem like... Well, I don't know. Is Defenders happening before Infinity War?
Mm.
I don't know.
So what would you give Luke Cage?
I'm going to say a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10?
Yeah. I recommend it, especially if you're a Marvel Cinematic Universe fan. If you like the other 2 Netflix shows, you'll probably like this one too. Just me personally, the story wasn't as interesting as
the other 2.
Yeah, this one's about gangs and villains were interesting. As I said, the actors were pretty good. Yeah, that's Luke Cage. Sweet Christmas. Carl Lucas.
That means I don't get any of that.
I know you don't. Carl Lucas was his name in prison. He changed his name when he got out of prison. To Luke Cage.
Gotcha. Okay.
I could go on and on about little things. Okay, but I won't. Am I supposed to do music now?
Are you reviewing some music stuff?
Yeah, something came out.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, 25th anniversary of Temple of the Dog. For those of you who know what Temple of the Dog is. Temple of the Dog was members of Soundgarden and members of Pearl Jam. They did an album in 1991 as a tribute to their friend who died. His name was Andrew Wood. He was a member of another band. What was the name of that band? Mother Love Bone, I think. So Chris Cornell, lead singer of Soundgarden, wrote some songs, and long story short, they made an album. Him, the drummer from Soundgarden, and then the bass player and the 2 guitarists from Pearl Jam created this album. It's actually Jason's favorite album.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. So we were all excited when this Super Deluxe Edition was coming out. Highly recommend this album. Really, it's a fantastic album. And the Super Deluxe Edition, which I think you can only get from PearlJam.com, it might be on Amazon, but it might be a little more. I don't know. But it's 4 discs. It's the original album, and they remixed it. It's a new mix, and it sounds great. Second disc is a bunch of demos, 2 unreleased tracks. Third disc is a DVD with some concert footage that they did way back in the day. It has the Hunger Strike, which is the main song from the album, which is Chris Cornell and Eddie Vedder doing his first vocal before Pearl Jam. Him and Chris Cornell do that song. And there's a music video. It is on the DVD. And then there's a Blu-ray. And the Blu-ray is the whole album in 5.1 surround sound.
There you go.
So if you have a surround sound system, take advantage of it. My dad does. I'm going to take it over when I listen to it. And then that also has some concert footage on that as well. But I've been waiting for this release for a while. That was one of my wish list of albums to be re-released, remastered, that type of thing. Gotcha. So I was very happy that they released it, and it's great. I'm in the middle of listening to the second CD right now, so I haven't heard those 2 unreleased tracks yet, so I don't know what they're like.
Dun, dun, dun.
But if you're a grunge fan from back in the day, pick this album up, Temple of the Dog. Temple of the Dog. That's what they call themselves, and it's the name of the album.
Oh, there you go.
Temple of the Dog, and that's the only one they ever did. They never did another one.
If you had to rate it?
10 out of 10. Definitely. Oh, yeah. Go. Talk to Jason about it. This is his album. Chris Cornell's his guy. That's his favorite singer. So.
Okay.
And Eddie Vedder's mine. That's interesting.
So there you go.
that was all the stuff that comics.
Well, the next section is your comic section. Then we have top 5s and questions.
Okay, are we done with that stuff?
If you're done with reviews,
okay, comics. Okay, I should.
Welcome to the Comic Zone.
Comic Zone. Is that what we're calling this?
Oh.
That was a Super Nintendo game. I could never beat like the first level because I never understood how to get past the one part. When I say comics, I say Marvel. That's all I read is Marvel.
Yeah.
I read a few things here and there.
Zone or something. I don't know.
I guess we could call it the Marvel Zone. And I should clarify that I don't read anything past the Secret Wars miniseries that came out last year. I decided to stop after that. Because technically the universe was destroyed. So I said, okay, that's my end point. I'm going to say anything that happens after that. Doesn't happen. Universe was destroyed there after that first issue. Okay.
Wow, okay.
I just needed the place to stop because I'll be collecting comics forever.
Yeah.
A. B. I don't like the direction they're going. It's too... The movies are dictating what's going on in the comics rather than the other way around. And I don't like it at all. And it's expensive.
You mean like the whole Captain
like
America, Hail Hydra?
Well, Civil War 2.
Yeah, I saw that.
That wouldn't have happened if there wasn't a Civil War movie coming out. It's like they're forcing themselves. And Nick Fury in the regular Marvel Universe is not black. That Nick Fury is based on the Ultimate Universe. On Ultimate Universe, Nick Fury is basically Samuel L. Jackson. Okay, so there was no black Nick Fury in the regular Marvel Universe. Well, they added one. Yeah. They said that the regular Nick Fury had a son, Nick Fury Jr., and he's black, and he looks like Samuel Jackson. How dumb! It's like they're forcing themselves.
Right.
And I don't like it. So I was like, I'm done. Wolverine's dead too, so...
And Abraham will stay dead.
Well, they brought an alternate universe. Old Man Logan is in the Prime universe now. 616 universe.
Okay.
616. That's the regular universe. I think ours is 1248. The real world we live in is Earth 1248 or 1249. I can't remember.
Good.
There are 1,000. I got a list. There's a website with a list of them, of all the ones that have been reviewed.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway. A couple of weeks ago, I decided to read the Earth X trilogy. Just because it was fantastic the first time I read it, and I wanted to read it again. I'm not even sure why I wanted to read it again. I think that it's because there's no comic books coming out for a while, and I just wanted to read something.
Right.
And the Earth X trilogy is, I think, the finest thing Marvel has ever done, that I've ever read at least. Basically, it takes place in the future, so it's not canon. That's the problem. It's not canon. I'm not sure how many years ahead. It's a good bit because the heroes are old.
Okay.
And in this future, everyone has been mutated. Black Bolt, who is the king of the Inhuman royal family, he released the Terrigen Mists into the atmosphere. Everybody was mutated. Okay. So, that's the premise, basically, of the book. But what's great about this trilogy, it's Earth X, Universe X, and Paradise X, is that it involves every aspect of the Marvel Universe. And it explains everything in such a coherent and comprehensive, deep way. I mean, everything. It explains why superheroes exist. It explains why Bruce Banner would turn into the Hulk instead of getting killed by a gamma bomb. Explains why, Peter Parker gained spider powers. If somebody was bit by a radioactive spider, they die in the real world. Well, it explains why people were getting superpowers. And it was just fascinating. It explains why there's alternate worlds. And it has to do with the devil. Believe it or not, it has to do with the devil. That's why alternate worlds exist. I won't go into it. I don't want to spoil anything because it's just amazing. And with the first book, Earth X, dealt with, they found out that the Earth that they live on houses what's called a celestial embryo. Now, celestials actually made an appearance in Guardians of the Galaxy movie. When they were talking about the Infinity Stones, they showed this big giant thing. I don't know if you remember, it was brief. But that's a celestial.
Possibly.
And they're saying that the Celestials went back in time. Well, not back in time. No, I'm sorry. When the Earth was being formed, the Celestials went and they implanted a seed. That's what they do. That's how they reproduce. These giant, godlike beings. They go to worlds and they plant their seeds in it. And basically, what superheroes are, they're like the antibodies of the Earth. They protect the... That's explain why superheroes exist. They exist to protect this embryo. But the problem is when the seed germinates, it's going to destroy the earth.
Right.
So it's a very complex, very deep, very complex. Basically, each issue, there's some sort of philosophical debate between two people. In Earth X, it was between Machine Man. And the other thing that's cool about this series is that it takes, B characters or C characters and gives them roles that makes complete sense. Like in this one, it was X-51 Machine Man, and Uatu the Watcher, who watches the planet from the moon. Fantastic Four character, which is why he's not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They have this debate every issue about good and evil, does it exist and stuff, and each issue, at the very beginning, first couple of pages, they'll talk about a character or an event that happened in the Marvel Universe, and they'll talk about their origin, and they'll give you a little bit of a different spin on. It's just fascinating. Like each issue, it's somewhat different. It's just, it's freaking awesome. And it even involves, like I said, it involves everything. It even has the monolith from 2001, The Space Odyssey. Believe it or not, is a part of this series. But at the end, they save the world at the end. But, sorry. My phone was going off. But it's also revealed in this series that all the characters that have died throughout Marvel history exist in this realm of the dead, where they don't know they're dead, and they think that everyone that's still alive are the ones that are dead. And there are a few characters that know they're dead, Captain Marvel or Doctor Strange. And there's a subplot of Captain Marvel trying to rescue all the people that are dead. And so that's what Universe X is about. Captain Marvel was reborn as a kid on Earth, and he's gathering all the weapons from the Marvel Universe, all the powerful weapons, to kill death. To literally kill the personification of death. And that's how Universe X ends. And then Paradise X is the ramifications of that, which I'm reading right now. I haven't finished it. I'm on volume 2 of Paradise X, so I'm almost done. Basically, they're trying to build heaven for everyone to live in. It's wild. Like, it's epic. It is so epic. It's one of those epic things I've ever read. It explains why gods exist. It explains why there's Asgardians. It explains where they come from. Pretty much they were an alien race. According to Earth X, there are these stages of mutation. And the last stage is you become this being, a faceless being that your powers are determined by the beliefs of those around you. So the Asgardians was this race of aliens that entered that third stage. They came to Earth. And at that point in time when they came to Earth, there was all these superstitions from the Norse people that they came down. And then they became those superstitions. They became Thor and all that stuff. It's wild. It's very interesting, the spins they put on a character's origins and stuff. It's like they have a major spin on Wolverine's origin. I won't go into that. I just read that issue today, actually. It's fascinating. And the cool thing is with people in the realm of the dead, their costumes are different colors. Anyone who had a red costume wears green. Anyone who was green wears red. It's like the opposite in the realm of the dead. Yeah, I recommend it. Highly recommend it. It's you could do a college course on the series. You could. It's that deep, and they talk about just really cool stuff, and it's just you have to read it multiple times to get. It can be confusing sometimes because it involves just about everyone.
Right.
Except for Wolverine. Ironically enough, Wolverine was in like one panel. It's funny though. It's kind of funny. And then, well, he's in Paradise X a little bit too, the regular Wolverine. Then they brought in another Wolverine from Days of Future Past. Then they brought in all these alternate, because all the alternate histories, Machine Man, when he learns about the celestial embryo being in all these Earths, he decides to warn Earth's alternate Earths. So he brings in Wolverine from another Earth, Spider-Girl, and Storm, Vampire Storm, and from But I don't know.
Good golly.
It's insane. I mean, I think only real Marvel fans will really be able to understand what's going on.
Right.
If you're a casual Marvel fan and you pick this up, you might be lost. I mean, they give the history of kind of everything they're talking about, but you might be a little overwhelmed.
I could see that.
But for those of you, if you want to read it, Earth X was collected in hardcover. That might be out of print. That's the one I have. But they did reprint it in 2 trades. It was Earth X and then Earth X Companion, which actually has a miniseries that's not in the hardcover. But I don't think it's necessary. And then Universe X was 2 trade paperbacks and Paradise X was 2 trade paperbacks. So if you can find them, they're kind of old now. And the other thing was this series was written in 2000, 2003.
Oh, okay.
So it's the future at that point in time.
Right.
So you're not going to reference Civil War or
Right.
anything that's happened after that. Because Bucky's still dead at that point. They think he's still dead. So Bucky's in the realm of the dead there. In the regular Marvel, he wasn't revealed to be alive until after that series. So it might seem a little odd that Bucky's dead and a kid. And
okay.
because at that point in time, we didn't know he was a Winter Soldier. So, but to me, that's like the culmination of the Marvel Universe. And Joss Whedon writes the introduction to that, which is ironic because he's the one that directed the Avengers.
Yeah.
Years later.
Huh.
But he writes the introduction to the hardcover. Yeah, I could go on and on about this series, and it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other?
Pick it up. It's epic, man. I'm telling you, it's epic, epic, epic. Probably the most epic thing I've ever read.
Well, there you go, peoples.
Creating heaven.
There you go, peoples. Any other comic stuff for your zone?
That's what I'm reading now. I might read Age of Apocalypse after this. It's another
Future.
alternate. That's not a future one.
No, I meant like future podcast. Talk about that.
Yeah, because I got one book left for Paradise X, and that's it.
There you go, people. Something to look forward to.
Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
The famous one. I don't know if anyone's heard of Earth X. See, I don't normally buy alternate universe stuff, but I read the premise of this in a handbook, and I was like, that sounds interesting. I was just freaking blown away. Blown away. I mean, Absorbing Man. What they do with Absorbing Man is so brilliant. He's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Absorbing Man.
I probably saw it.
You watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Absorbing Man. The bald guy that absorbs. He touches stuff.
Okay, yeah.
He plays. What they do with him was genius. Like the author of this book, Jim Kruger and Alex Ross, who came up with the idea, they're geniuses. It's like genius work.
Well, there you go, people.
Like what they did with Absorbing Man was
Read
awesome.
Get it,
and
all that fun stuff.
The whole reasoning why alternate histories exist with the devil, like, it's smart.
To make a whole podcast on that itself.
I know, and I probably spent too much time on it. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. We just got 2 more sections to
go through. Man.
To join Chris next time on the Marvel Zone.
Marvel Zone, right? Probably shouldn't call it Comic Zone.
Okay, the Marvel Zone.
We're not going to talk about anything else.
Marvel Zone.
Yeah, next thing I'm going to read is probably Age of Apocalypse. I don't know yet.
Well, you heard it here, so if he doesn't,
and this is like 50 issues.
Golly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's epic, man. They involve everything, and I mean everything.
Crazy.
You know, I think every character is in it. I haven't seen Deadpool. I have no idea where Deadpool is in this. Deadpool's like one of the only people that has not been mentioned at all. Because even characters that aren't involved in the main story, they mention them. Like, we'll have like Punisher kill himself. And Daredevil, well, though he appears later. Paradise X season, trying to get him to realize he's dead, so he can go to heaven.
Okay.
It sounds odd, but Captain America becomes an angel. I probably shouldn't say all this stuff.
Yeah,
certain characters become angels, and who are you talking to?
Momo.
Fool.
Morgan just got off work. That's crazy. Long hour days.
How long have we been doing this? Holy cow! It's 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
This is a 2-hour podcast. This is our premiere.
Yeah, that's fine. I kind of figured it'd be this long.
Well, it's just a lot came out. I mean.
Yeah. No, I know. Because, like, my review is
your
pretty
review
long.
was long.
And
I won't have a game review. Well, Batman. Oh shoot, there's 2 of them.
I don't think I'll have a review next week unless I watch the first episode of Milo Murphy's Law. But anyway.
And there's no Luke Cage. So.
Yeah.
I watched all that at one time. Yeah. Not one day. Wasn't that interesting? I watched it all in one day.
The only way I'll have a review
like Stranger
next
Things.
week.
Oh God.
Oh jeez.
Good thing we're not doing the podcast where I was watching that. I was raving about that freaking show.
Anyway.
Go ahead. Oh, top 5. I didn't really think about this. Why didn't we do a big one right away?
That's not a big one. We've done this one before.
I know. It's not on the podcast.
Well, we'll go off the top of your head.
What was on my top 5?
I don't remember.
Well, you start so I can think about it.
So, we are going to do each podcast each week. We'll be doing a top 5.
It's going to be random
questions.
things.
Yes.
It could be anything.
Like
food,
anything.
Our favorite foods.
Yeah. But this week we're going to start off with something that we're all really familiar with, and that all that stuff, which will be what is our top 5 favorite video games. We don't really have to go into fully like why we like them, but we can just list them off.
Because we did this before.
Yeah, there's a whole.
We did top 10, man.
Top 10 list and whatever. Some they might have changed from our last list, which is very probable because games have come out since then. But we'll see. So I guess for
I'm
me,
gonna do mine a little differently.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and read off.
I'm doing it right now off the top of my head.
I'm gonna go ahead and read my top 5 off. Some of them are doubles.
You can't do that.
Yes,
pick one.
No, doubles. Because it's hard to pick one.
Doubles. Oh my gosh.
Number 5, Hyrule Warriors. And
I could understand doing if they're similar games, but you're picking 2 different games and 2 different types of games.
Hyrule Warriors.
I could see you picking Hyrule Warriors, Dynasty Warriors.
No, because I don't like Dynasty Warriors.
It's just like Hyrule.
Okay, look. Hyrule Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors is in your top 5 of all time.
Well, you see how many hours I've spent on that game? It is actually really fun, and it's because of how many hours I spent that I keep going back to it and wanting to play it. So that is number 5.
That's just because we got a lot of things to unlock. They
tricked you
into
I like playing it. It's fun to me to play. Another 5 that I have is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. You just can't get any better than that as far as an RPG, and I wish they would go back to it because obviously Sticker Star sucks, and I'm still in the middle playing through Color Splash, so I can't really give an honest opinion about that. Number 4, Donkey Kong Country 2. My favorite of the Donkey Kong countries. The only one that's gone close to beating it is Tropical Freeze. But Donkey Kong Country 2 is still amazing. And along with that is Mario World. That is my favorite 2D Mario game of all time.
GBA version.
Actually, no, the original.
No, yeah. GBA. It's way better. Listen to him.
Number 3 on me is Super Smash Brothers for Wii U.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's just an awesome game. Number 2 for me is Animal Crossing New Leaf. It just expanded on all of the Animal Crossings. You are now the mayor. It just added so much, and I really sincerely hope for an NX Animal Crossing in HD that is not Amiibo Festival, because I want a legitimate console Animal Crossing game again. And number 1 has been my number 1 for a very long time, and it is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I've spent so many hours on that game. I love it. The music, the story, the chow, the levels is just awesome. So that is my top 5.
Alright, I'm going to do mine a little differently. I'm going to do mine based on influence.
Influence? Okay.
Rather than how good the game is. What games have influenced me? Top 5. I'm going to say 5. Rock Band. I guess I should slash that with Guitar Hero, because technically Guitar Hero came first, and that started it. But first time I picked up that plastic guitar, it was like, oh my goodness, this is something else. And then when I picked up the drumsticks for the first time, it was even better. I was like, oh, this is the great, because I love music so much, and being able to play some of my favorite songs ever,
right?
Sort of. In a video game, which is another thing I like, it just, and I play it to this day. Rock Band 4. I have like 8,000 songs. It's like 800.
Ridiculous.
It's not. But, I mean, drums, guitar, bass, vocals. Okay, I'll move on. Super Mario Bros. 3.
Third one?
Yeah,
I screamed like a little girl when I was a kid when I got it for Christmas. Because it was unlike anything. And if you play Mario 1, then you play Mario 3, you could see.
Oh, yeah.
A pretty big
Even
upgrade.
Mario 2
Mario 2 is just a weird stepchild. Big upgrade. Huge upgrade. There's a little dog running around on.
Focus,
So
Chris.
that was just like awesome. What's that with 4?
Yeah.
3, Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2,
I thought with the farting or the gagging or the puking.
Puking. Best puking ever. Ever. That game was like, I didn't know something like that could exist. It was Japanese horror. I had never seen Japanese horror before, but it's freaking awesome. Still one of the greatest stories of all time, but that could be another list.
Yeah,
okay, that was 3. That was 3.
Yeah, 2.
2, I'm going to say Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
I saw that one coming.
Fantastic freaking game, and the twist that I didn't see coming blew my mind. You don't need to give it away for those who haven't played it.
Well,
it was just like basically
just saying that.
But it just the inventory system and just the way that game was laid out, and you get these different. It was like Metroid. It was like Super Metroid.
Yeah.
And the story and it was just everything about that game. The music in that game is freaking fantastic. And number 1, I might as well do a slash on this.
Right.
A Link to the Past and its sequel, A Link Between Worlds.
Wow, I'm surprised Link Between Worlds is that high for you.
Link Between Worlds is technically my favorite Zelda game.
Oh.
But I'm going by influence here.
Right.
Link to the Past came first.
Right.
Link to the Past. I mean, do I need to say anything?
No, you really don't. That's pretty much,
everything about that game is just amazing.
Yeah.
Do I need to explain? And
Not
the sequel
really.
made it better. Gold Master Sword, that's all I gotta say.
Go
I
ahead.
thought, and that game, Link Between Worlds could have been amazing. I thought there was going to be some weird link between Majora's Mask and, because of the people wearing the masks. Remember?
Well, yeah, and Majora's Mask actually makes.
I thought they were going to have it was going to be some weird surprise. That Majora's Mask was going to be a part of this, and it was going to have its origin or something. I thought, they could have went that route.
They could have.
People were wearing masks.
Yeah,
I forget the reason why.
I don't remember.
And upside down Triforce and stuff. I thought, they could have made the story link with Majora's Mask. It would have been 10 times better to me.
But it was still
missed opportunity, Nintendo. Oh, that game was just fantastic. The dungeons were great. I actually enjoyed the dungeons a lot. I mean, the inventory system was different in that one.
Yeah, because you could basically get all your items at the start.
Gold Master Sword. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
And they brought the tunic, which they haven't. I think Link to the Past was the only one that did that.
No, Ocarina.
You raised your defense.
Oh no, Link's Awakening did.
Did it?
Yeah, when you.
Well, the heart thing
the
too,
DX,
but not a tunic that raised defense.
DX did. Link's Awakening DX. You got the color dungeon, and you could choose green or
blue
or
you chose, or it was either power or defense.
Yeah, I was power.
I mean, just regular upgrade.
I don't think so.
No, I don't. Nope.
Not from my knowledge.
And I love forging swords.
Skyward Sword did that.
That's why I like Skyward Sword a lot, because it focused on swords.
Yeah.
That was one of the main reasons why I really liked that game.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
And that's why I didn't. What was the one? Twilight Princess barely had that.
You just had 2 swords.
Yeah, that disappointed me. Because that was what I loved about Link to the Past. You got level instead with the sword with a level next to it. I thought,
Well, actually, no. Technically,
level flight.
Wind Waker had a few different ones because you had the repower of the Master.
I don't even know if that made it more powerful. Did it?
Yeah, it did. I think it did.
Did it? There's a trivia question for y'all. The answer is.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your top 5.
Influence. Yeah. We can
do games.
Top 5 regular later, which I already did. Technically, top 10. I don't think anything's been released.
This was just a quick, just to get
that I would say would go in that.
Yeah.
And the Batman games were fantastic. Very good.
Yeah.
Last of Us. I don't think Last of Us is on there.
No,
that might have been before I played that. Oh, that will go on. Darn high.
Well, we'll have to do another one.
Because I think technically that's the greatest game ever made.
Yeah.
The Last of Us.
Well, we'll have to do one of these later on down the road. Another one of this particular subject.
Special.
All right. So for every podcast, we're going to end off with some questions. For now, me and Chris are going to pick off some questions. I picked these. For now, maybe later on down the line when we get a more bigger fan base, I would like the fans to ask us some questions that we would pick.
We need to get our fans back. We've been going for so long.
I know.
What was that guy's?
So,
Ike,
yeah.
please. Come back. I don't know why we were gone for so long. Ask Sean.
Well, I moved.
He had a baby.
For one, and I had a baby.
He had a baby.
And we moved into a house. Which now I have my own game room, which is stinking awesome. But anyway, okay, so the first question. What is the weirdest flavor of food we have ever seen or eaten?
Are we answering this now?
Yeah. This is between us. Like it's a
random
question.
What do you mean seen?
Like the weekend that we were just like seen while watching like.
Oh my gosh, I've seen all kinds of things on that weird
But what is like
show.
The weirdest thing that you've ever seen or eaten?
That weird food show that what's that name of that show? That guy eats those foods that no one else eats. What's the name of that? Bizarre Foods.
Okay.
Well, he ate like a freaking chicken embryo.
Ugh.
Or something like that. I mean, I'm sure there's more. I can't. But that one seems to come to my mind. I don't know why that one just seems.
As far as like what I've eaten, I can't.
I don't think I've eaten any.
Pick anything. Like the weirdest thing I've eaten would probably be.
You eat chicken fingers.
Anything Chinese.
Calamari's good.
See, the weirdest thing for me to see is like
I don't think
octopus or something.
That's good. Fried calamari.
We got in at work. We got in stinking squid ink spaghetti, and it looks disgusting.
At work?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's black spaghetti because it's squid ink spaghetti.
I have never heard of such a thing.
I would have to show you. It looks.
I don't
weird,
really have one that comes to mind. I don't.
Try it, and it's like.
There's a cat. Hey, there's a cat out there.
Where?
Right there.
Oh.
Did you see?
Yeah, I see it. Any whoozy butsy. Okay, so that's all you gotta say about that question.
Can't think of anything else that I.
Okay, that's completely fine.
Try not
These
to
are
eat
completely
weird
random
foods,
questions.
I guess. They are. Well, that one is.
Next one. What do we want the most out of the
I want to know.
NX?
What do I want out of it? I want the graphics to be PS4 level. Well, that's what I want.
What is it? Ubisoft and another company have been giving it high praise.
Well, didn't they give the Wii U the same thing?
Maybe.
They all say the same freaking thing.
The Wii U's not a bad
I'm
console,
scared
but
that it really is a portable console that you just hook up to your TV. That is my fear, that is what this is going to be.
They never said it was the successor to the Wii U.
But they're not making Wii U's anymore.
I know. I'm
how does that make any sense?
They could still have.
So they're not making home consoles anymore.
No, it's just that the other home console could still be in development, and
oh
this
my
is just
gosh.
being released. Because how long?
But
has it been since
how is that Zelda game going to be on there?
I don't know.
It's got to be pretty darn powerful. Because that game is humongous.
They said the difference was graphics. They never said if it was going to be better or not.
Well, that's what I want.
I mean, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's better.
I don't know. I still want the touchscreen. I like that touchscreen.
I love the gamepad, personally.
That works perfectly for the Zelda games. I don't want that to go away.
Yeah.
Cartridges, really? I'm scared about that too. Really?
If it's cartridges, it'd be more like how
then it is a portable. Exactly. Then it is a portable system.
No, because I mean, like, what? That has a cartridge. Super Nintendo has a cartridge.
You're not gonna have Super Nintendo graphics.
No. But have you seen some of the games that are on the 3DS? They look pretty good, so they could easily upgrade a cartridge and.
With graphics now, HD graphics.
You never know.
I don't know about that.
Technology these days,
maybe
you never know.
Right, but it just seems like it is a portable then.
Really, honestly,
and I wanted to play Wii U games.
At this point, I just want to know what the heck it is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right. What's taking them so long?
When is this going to happen? When are they going to announce it? What's going on? It's coming out in March. They're running out of time.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah. Last question is, what do we want the most out of Avengers Infinity War?
I want Thanos.
I want he's gonna
Death.
be in it.
I want Lady Death.
That's it.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they stick pretty close to the... I want them to stick to the... Well, see, now they're saying that the other Avengers movie is not going to be part 2. But is it? It is going to be part 2. But it's not going to be called part 2.
But it's not going to be called part 2.
But it still is going to be the same idea that they had before.
I don't know.
I assume that the first movie is Thanos trying to get all the gems together. And then he gets the gauntlet on at the end.
I could say that.
That's gotta be it.
What
do I want? I want every single character to be in it.
That would be nice. Yeah. I don't know.
All
I've
of
heard
them.
a rumor or something along the lines of that the second movie is just going to be a different take on Infinity War. It's not going to be necessarily a part 2. It's just going to be a different scenario.
What do you mean?
I don't know where I heard that.
What does that even mean?
Like, part 1 will show, like, a scenario that happens and finishes it off, and then part 2 is a different scenario and finishes it off. I don't know. I've heard that. I forget where I heard that, but I hope that's not true. But yeah, I think more so just a bunch of characters in it. That's really what I want. All the characters in it. All of them.
All of them.
Even Spider-Man and all of
them.
Yeah. So. Okay. Then. With that said, I think that finishes off
2 hours, for goodness
our
sakes,
first
boy.
podcast. Our first the Vidiots Podcast.
Well, it looks like everything we reviewed was recommended, except for B-movie.
B-movie wasn't, like, it's not recommended. It's just say, like...
Must have. All mine were. Well,
Yeah.
Luke Cage is a 7. I get that 7.
Well, yeah, and Boom
It
is
wasn't bad, though.
a 7. But it's also... I also gave that if you're a Sonic fan, then I would definitely play it. So it's a recommendation. And B-movie, again, it's not bad. Like, give it a watch. And if you think you wasted your time...
Watch it on demand.
Yeah, I know.
Watch it for free.
So, give it a shot. Or Redbox it for like $1. I don't know.
It's probably not even.
But yeah, so next, thank you all for watching our...
Hopefully you watch somebody did out there in Fantasyland.
Yeah. So, this has been episode 1. Next week, we'll be talking about stuff.
Wow.
Depending on if I finish Color Splash, I might review that, but it all depends because I've heard it's a long game.
Hopefully I'll have Venture Brothers watched.
That too.
And The Thing comes out next week too. Oh boy.
And hopefully...
Oh boy, The Thing.
Hopefully I'll be able to watch the first episode of Milo. Give my opinions on that. And...
shipped it yet. Bums.
Yeah, once we get...
Still haven't shipped it.
Once we get this thing going, maybe we'll have some guests.
I hope Thing doesn't...
So...
I mean, I'm going to be backlogged here.
Trust me, I have a lot of backlog games.
No, I'm talking about games.
No, I'm talking about games.
I'm not playing a game until Batman. Unless the Virtual Console surprises us. This week it was the stupid Mario Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I only cared about the first one. That was the GBA one. But...
okay.
Alright. Also, there's another gaming series that I need to play, and maybe whenever I play that, I'll review
We need to do our
That's
playthroughs. We need
Uncharted.
to get, yes, you're doing a blind, right?
Oh,
Or no?
I don't know.
It's 3 games. That's a long time.
I know. I just want to play through them. But I have it. I have a collection. I just need to play it. But okay, guys. Thank you all for listening. Hope you enjoy.
Music news.
Hey.
It's like a Soundgarden album is going to be re-released. This is from Jason.
Okay.
I was speaking of Soundgarden earlier.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I was hoping they were going to re-release that. You heard it here first. I guess they're re-releasing. I'm assuming that's what he means.
They didn't hear it here first. They're gonna hear it before this even goes up.
Oh shoot! This isn't live. What am I thinking? This isn't Twitch. We should do live podcasts. Duh.
We probably could. Either way, they're gonna work out like this, where we have to record it like this so we can upload.
All right, watch Luke Cage, buy Temple of the Dog, read Earth X.
Play Sonic Boom. Maybe watch B-movie.
Calamari. Fried calamari. What are we eating? I'm hungry.
We'll get there. Alright guys, sayonara. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you, Ike.
Thank you. Sayonara!
Jim Job guy.
Oh my gosh, Jim Job.
Was it Jim Job? You come back?
Jim Bob. Jim Job. Jim
Job. His name
Job Jim. I don't know.
It was something
weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.
Bye.
Sayonara.
Oh, there's something on my... What is that?